817-641-9444. The Floor Store. They got you covered.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Out-of-date carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleveland, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleveland, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they've got you covered.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. Welcome to this Friday. We have an exciting show today, and we are looking forward to getting together and sharing tips, treasures, and important information to help you during your job transition. But first, Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. To listen or watch, just simply go to tuneinjoco.com to choose where and how. The Joco Community Radio app is now available for free on Android and iOS devices. Simply search your store. Check out our lineup and more on jococommunityradio.com. This episode and more is brought to you by Patriot Claims, making your insurance work for you. Now, before we start the first half of our show, let's go ahead and bow our head for a quick word of prayer. Father God, we thank you for the honor and privilege to be here right now. And we just lift up all of the job seekers and job transitioners during this time. We know, Lord, you have perfect plans for all of our lives. And we just ask that you would quickly and swiftly open those doors for us, Lord God. Thank you for all that you're doing. And please bless the show to help those in transition or currently seeking new opportunities. In your name we pray, Jesus. To you be all the glory. Amen. Well, Foster, I know we've got a special guest today, and we are blessed to have our most amazing hype lady and show project manager that keeps us in alignment, Mez.
The Mez.
We thank you, Mez. And we always have our official hype guy, Jason Hopper at Jewish Family Services. He always tunes in to give us a little love and help us out. So, hey, J-Hop. Well, Foster, what do you have for us this morning?
Well, for one thing, I see that my buddy Joel Fry is with Joel Fry is the number one networker in this network.
He's amazing.
We love Joel Fry. And so, guys, everybody that's listening, Rex, Joel, Mez, of course, is with us. And everybody else that's chiming in. Marcel Tennyson, we had you on last year. Oh, my goodness, you were. Oh, it looks like my thing is still backwards here. I got to figure out how to fix that. So, guys, I want to start off. Thanks for that prayer, Dana. That's what we're all about. And we're unashamedly that way. Yep. And we have a job that I want you guys. there is a material, there is a manufacturing company up in Denton. The CHRO is out of our network, out of our HR group, Malcolm, and he needs a materials planner, manager, scheduler, everything that you materials manufacturing people know what I'm talking about. So that's what we need. I would love for you to contact me, foster.williams@sbcglobal.net. If you are a materials manager, that is absolutely wonderful. My phone number, check it out, y'all. Call me and joke with me, 214-728-6930. And I want to also congratulate my buddy Vicky Jasper. She got a big promotion at her company.
Oh, praise
So,
God.
no, Vicky and I went to college together. Vicky's a really cool chick.
Oh, that's fabulous.
So congratulations, Vicky. And guys, I want to introduce you to Matt Harrington. And Matt, can you hear us? Can you I see your M down there.
Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah, we got you, man. We got you.
Okay.
Guys, let me tell you something. Matt, Craig, and I are a team. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that as we get going. But guess what? Matt, guys, is the VP of Client Services over at Matrix Resources. Now, I'll tell you about Matrix Resources. I've been at this game a long time here in Dallas-Fort Worth. And John Davis, our buddy John Davis, and I have been friends forever. And Matt works with John Davis. And John, hey, man, if you're listening. And Matrix, guys, probably definitely one of the top 3, if not the very top one, of IT services, RPO, anything recruiting, anything like that. You guys need to go Google up Matrix Resources. Check them out, guys. If you are in technology any kind of way, you want to check it out. And guess what? You want to connect with Matt Harrington. And Joel, it's not a bad idea for you. I mean, we know you got a job and all, and you're well in there, but connect with Matt Harrington. And Matt, tell us a little bit about the excitement and what's going on over at Matrix. And, you guys have been around since the beginning of my career, and that was back in the Mesozoic era. No, I'm kidding. So,
Oh, Foster.
tell us a little bit about it, Matt.
Foster, that was back in the days when we used to snail mail resumes to each other, right?
That's right.
40 years
Matt,
ago.
If you guys can see my finger, when Matt and I started recruiting, this is how we contacted you guys.
Oh, stop it. Foster.
We smile and we dial.
Yeah, thank you for that intro, Foster. It's an interesting time, and we're busy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negative news in the press, but there's some good things going on too, as well. And I appreciate the opportunity to come on today. I did have something on my mind today, as I tend to get things on my mind, Foster, that I wanted to share with your audience today.
That's what I love.
Share away.
The spirit drives all of us, so tell it, man.
Yeah, I don't know. The spirit just puts these things. Every time I'm around you, Foster, I feel like I want to get on in the pulpit and start preaching. But I got something today.
Do it.
Wow, I'm a good mez on that one.
Yeah, so Foster and for everyone, I'm seeing a lot of traffic on LinkedIn and social media right now about recruiters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, recruiters not getting back to me. This recruiter is not getting back to me. I'm seeing a lot of that right now, and I just wanted to share with the audience. I know there are some good recruiters and there are some that aren't so good, but
you guys got a bunch of good ones.
We do. I like that, but for anyone that's in a job transition, I've shared this with some of the folks I've met with personally this week. You own your job search. A recruiter does not own your job search. A recruiter is one spoke in the wheel, and hopefully you have 20 spokes in your wheel going on for your job search. But if you are waiting for a recruiter to find you a job, then you're not owning your own job search. You have to own it. And I want to tell you that us on the recruiting side, we are inundated right now with candidates. So you may have a good recruiter, but you just haven't heard back from them in a week or two. So if you're in a job search, and I gave this advice this week, you should have people that you touch base with every week. You need to reach out to your recruiter every week. Hopefully you have 4 or 5 that you're working with, and check in. Hey, anything new? I'm still on the market. Is there anything I should be looking at? You need to be proactive. Recruiters that are really good would appreciate that. You're not hearing back from some of them because they are absolutely inundated right now with candidates that are available. But if you expect to talk to a recruiter once and then they go find you a job, I hope that happens, but it's not likely. You need to stay in contact with your recruiters. It's not a bother. Check in a nice way. Hey, just checking in. Anything new? I'm still on the market, but own your own job search. This is not somebody else's. It's nobody's fault that you're in transition, but it's not somebody else's job to search for the new job for you. You have people that will help you, but you have to drive it. So that was what's been on my heart. That's what's been on my heart this week, Foster, because I've just seen so many negative things out there about my recruiter's not doing this and my recruiter's not doing that. And I'm like, well, you got to look in the mirror. You got to own it. They're here to help, but also recognize that right now a lot of good recruiters are getting inundated with calls. So you have to stay top of mind. That's what I like to say. Check in with them and say, hey, I just want to stay top of mind. I'm still looking. I'm still searching, and do that weekly, not every 2 weeks or 3. Do it weekly. That's how I feel.
Matt, I have a question for you. So what are some things, because I am a talent acquisition leader, and I, unfortunately, for the first time in my life, got caught up in a huge ongoing wave of layoffs from Korn Ferry. So I want to say, first of all, I really encourage the audience to deeply and seriously take Matt's advice. Okay. This is it. We have to drive our search. So an example of that is, not only am I trying to do things to further my certifications and education and things like that. I mean, I have a great background. I have my bachelor's, but I'm working on my professional HR certification. I'm working on an additional data analytics certification. Know what's important in your field and take some time to work on that while you're driving your search. Take like a work day. Yes, you want to give yourself some rest and reflection and time with the Lord and prayer and whatnot, but you also got to drive it. And every day I'm hopping on different, or almost every day, I'm hopping on different platforms. I'm looking at jobs. I'm applying to jobs. I'm seeing who I know works there. I'm networking with them. I'm setting up conversations with people I used to work with in the past to network with them and see if they know of anything. It is so important to first and foremost drive that and stay on top of recruiters. You can't just sit around. And I agree with you, Matt. I think it's important to stay on top of the recruiters, but I also think Matt mentioned it. You do it in a friendly way, right? Hey, I just want to stay on the top of your mind. I'm checking back with you. That will never bother someone. So just do it with grace and understand that they are inundated. I've been there. I know how that works. I know how stressful it is when you would love to get back to people, but you're inundated. With that, Matt, because you did mention that, there's been a little bit of a shift in the market, and where a year ago it was hard to find talent, now there's quite a few people in the market. That shouldn't discourage anybody. But Matt, how would you recommend standing out when there are quite a few candidates in the market right now? What are some of those things as a vice president that stand out to you?
Well, I mean, one of them is initiative. So, sometimes we give people some action items, go back and do these action items and then come back to me. And, 1 out of 5, maybe do it. First and foremost, like, we just talked about, own it. So go do the action items and come back. And that shows that you're serious about finding that job or getting that connection. Another way to stand out, you mentioned the conversations. I don't think that finding a job is one size fits all. It's not just applying online. It's not just making connections. You would need to open up that funnel as wide as you can at the top to start generating activity. And then as you start to hone in on some things, you can pull it in a little bit into the funnel. But to stand out, you just have to be persistent. You have to be, and you have to do that in a good way. I was listening to the show previous to this, and you have to be positive.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that
yeah.
are frustrated in their job search, and I understand, and it's stressful and anxiety is there, but they wear that in an interview and they wear that in a conversation. And it scares people and turns them off. Like, I would say, try to be that can-do person. And even when you don't have something that they're looking for, admit it, but don't stop there, but tell them how you're willing to go attain those skills or that certification. And like you said, maybe do that. If you see that keeps coming up, maybe go do that on your own in concurrently with your job search. So standing out is being positive and giving people the impression that that they could envision you coming in to their organization and adding value right away, because that's what everyone is looking for. And so I don't know if that helps or that makes sense, but that's how I think that, I know by attitude, people set themselves apart. And even if you have a great attitude, sometimes you don't need to have all the skills on the paper, because they're like, no, I could totally envision this person coming in and meshing with our team and working and doing a great job.
I got a messed up, I come up with these messed up analogies. So guys, I'm going to tell you how busy recruiters are. So in Texas now, it's not just in Texas. I know other states. I know you guys are listening to me. It's not just in Texas, but I'm going to talk about it. When you are going somewhere and you're walking down that sidewalk in the summer and it's warm and you see that big ball of gnats, you got to walk through those daggum gnats, and those gnats are flying. Yes, that is what a recruiter's office looks like, guys. We got stuff flying everywhere. So, what Matt just said, if you guys connect with us, if you guys keep us on top of things, a lot of times you're helping us do our job. And then if we're helping us do our job, you're going to be the one to get a job. Hey, so let's think about those daggum gnats.
You have to hold your breath. You have to hold your breath. When you walk through.
You gotta hold your breath. Oh my goodness. Joel Fry says when walking through the gnats. Hey, Doug Coco's with us. Matt, you know Doug Coco, right?
I do.
Well, he says, don't just assume they know how awesome you are. Don't make them mind for it. You need to articulate your value. Thanks, Douglas. Yeah.
You do. You're competing with a lot of people, and you're competing with a lot of people who are embellishing, and there's just a lot of crazy things going on. So, yeah, but you got to put the work. You got to do the work. I just, man, I've been seeing a lot of recruiters getting slammed on LinkedIn and whatnot, and I just want people to know, like, we're out there, but the best is when I have candidates check in with me weekly. It's not a bother. It really isn't. It keeps me on task, because I'm like, I see a squirrel and I get distracted and I'm over here and phone calls are coming in, just like all those gnats, Foster. But just be persistent and own it and drive it, and you will get some good recruiters that will work for you. But I know when you're in transition, 1 week feels like 1 month, but in a recruiter, they're so busy right now, 1 week feels like 1 day. So it's different depending on what your perspective is. I always tell my recruiters, understand that even if you don't have an update for a candidate, try to still check in with them weekly to let them know you haven't forgotten about them and you're still working. And but they don't all, like right now they might not get to it. So you do it and reach out to them. It's okay. It's perfectly fine.
It's okay. It is. While we're talking about it, Matt, we've got an event coming up. I think we're on the 25th. It's going to be Tuesday, the 25th. And either Mez or Tiffany, if you guys could put that, if you could drop that in on us, that event, if you are in job search, believe me, you want to come to the Meet the Recruiters event.
Hey, Foster.
And yes.
I just wanted one correction there. You mentioned it was Tuesday the 25th. That's actually Thursday the 25th.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to be on Thursday. Okay, we're going to be on Thursday, y'all.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Craig. Thank you a lot. And guys, this is an event. Listen, come on, son. Now so Jason, I said it. Come on, son. So what Foster does as the net weaver, Craig and I decided that I'm a net weaver.
Are you net weaver or dream weaver?
Oh, it might be a little bit of both. You know, that's good thinking. That's really good thinking. My job, guys, is to get you guys together with the people that are hiring.
Yeah.
You job seekers. The idea is to get you guys together with the Matt Harringtons, the Matrix Resources, the plenty other companies that are out there. But the thing about this show, we bring the best on the show. And what Dana and I are talking about is we bring the best companies for you guys to connect with. Hey, Kathy Dixon. Good to see you. And squirrel. And also, guys, the best companies, and we have the absolute best candidates for employment, which Craig is today. Now, you guys have seen Craig on this show a couple of times before. Craig's been on this show as a subject matter expert. Now we got him as a job seeker, so he changed his hat. And Craig's got a real popular hat, one of my favorite hats anyway. So I'll tell you guys that story when we got time. But Matt, I like where you're going with this. There are a lot of things that they need to hear, and I say the job seekers need to hear from us on our side. Y'all need to hear from the people that are hiring you. This is what we need to see. This is what's going to be paramount for doing business with us, and that business is getting you a job. Oh, did I lose him? Where'd he go? No, he's still there. There he is.
Yeah, I mean, most people that don't work out in a job end up, it isn't because they don't have some skills. It's because they're not a cultural fit. It's because they're not a team fit. If you're a great team fit and you're missing some of the skills, you can pick those skills up. You know, I mean, we all have to learn new things, and technology, things change. So doing your best to convey that winning attitude, that you're going to own things, that you're going to be able to be a good team player and help on the team. Those are all the differentiators, because a lot of people have skills on the paper, but they're not they don't fit in good with a team. They blame everybody else when something goes wrong instead of owning it and just trying to fix it. So that's a little nebulous, I know, and sometimes hard to portray in an interview, but those are the things that set people apart, in my opinion.
It does set you apart, guys. We have to be okay. Dana,
yeah,
I'm gonna do our thing. What's this?
Relationship.
Guys, that is the number one thing that you want to do while you have an opportunity to do that when you don't have a job. And I know finding a job is a job in itself. I know that. I know how busy you guys are, but let's build a relationship with these people that are showing us a caring face. Let's build a relationship with these recruiters that we're talking with, because I'm going to tell you, there is our Meet the Recruiter event. You guys, I'm going to shut up for a minute and let you guys take a gander at that. The Thursday, the 25th. All right, you guys see it. You look, my God, y'all look at all those recruiters.
Man, that's a lot of recruiting talent.
Man,
there,
look
man.
here. Come on, son.
Serious, that's going to be all in one room?
Yeah. Oh, there's Andy Cook. I love it.
And
that's great. Isn't this awesome? Guys, that is the event. And we have had, Craig, how many have we had? 5 so far?
Oh gosh, we've had more than that. The last one we had to cut off the registration. We only had about 50. We had to cut it off when we had 65 signed up. This time we found a new room and we can feed probably 75. And we're going to be standing room only. We're going to probably cut off the registration again.
Now, guys, each one of these faces that you see, each one of these recruiters are absolutely, each one has the, as Mez created, the Jobfather golden seal of approval. So, guys, we have vetted these people, and they are absolute best in their industry.
Absolutely.
And and guys, everything's mechanical these days. Oh, I go to LinkedIn. Oh, I do this and I do that. But guys, those are just tools. When you get to a person, what are you doing? Are you that person that's keeping up with what's going on, helping that recruiter hire you? Are you is that recruiter a person that you can work with that will go outside of the bounds of what my job is to try to help you? Those are the people that you see. Craig and I and Matt we've gleaned these people through our relationships over the years. These are the best people. These are the people you guys need to be talking to. So come out to this event, guys, on Thursday, May 25th at 4 o'clock. I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Don't be late. Be there on time. This is not a
Yeah,
go.
y'all, definitely be there on time. Definitely be there on time. I'm going to be, guys, I'm going to be sharing a registration link. It is going to be very important that you register and see. Oh, look, there's a picture of Matt Harrington down there. Oh my goodness. Matt, you cleaned up pretty well, buddy. Nice. So
Thank
guys, we're going to show you that flyer again when we're talking with Craig. But guys, I can't tell you the value of the Meet the Recruiter event.
It's amazing. I've been to one. I can vouch. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. And while we got Dana, we're going to get Dana out to this one.
Yes.
If we got her, Dana's got a hot background. I think
yes.
Dana's going to get hired pretty quick. So Dana's got a hot background, you guys.
Woo!
You companies, if you need recruitment leadership, if you need talent, well, let me step it up a little bit. Okay, I'm moving from personnel to recruitment to talent acquisition. I think we don't have a newer phraseology in talent acquisition, do we, Dana? That makes us sound like we're special, and we are. So, guys, if you need a talent acquisition leader, you're looking at it right there. Dana Gingerich, Gingerich.
Thank you, Foster.
Gingerich.
Ginger with an ICH.
That's what this show is all about, is bring the best to you guys.
Thank
and
you.
Your companies, I've invited a lot of you companies that are listening out there right now so that you can meet Craig. We're going to talk about Craig here in a little bit. We are coming up on our first commercial probably here pretty soon. We're going to be hearing music and we're going to go to commercial, and then we're going to be coming back with Craig. But guys, remember, it's about an opportunity to get out and meet people and build those relationships. That's right, Joel Fry. Fire. It's on fire.
Yeah.
Jason Hopper says Gingerich. Dana, how do you pronounce it correctly? I've always said Gingerich. Is that true?
Gingerich. Mm-hmm.
Gingerich. Hey, I got it. My mother was an English teacher. I got to get these things right. Y'all just don't understand.
Well, in all fairness, too, my last name is a tricky one because some of the Gingrichs say Gingerich, and some say Gingerich. So.
That's true. That is very true. So, guys, get out, meet these folks, especially the folks that we're bringing on this show. These folks are exemplary. Don't ask me how to spell that word, but big
words,
big recruiter. No. Talent acquisition executive. That's what I am.
Foster, one of the things about this event, I think that is powerful is you're not just meeting the recruiter. So you can stay at home and email somebody and you get in contact with them. They say, send me your resume, and you do, and you call them once a week, but you haven't met them. You haven't built a relationship with them. So come here. Yes, you're going to hear jobs and get job offers, all that kind of stuff. But the more important thing is, when are you ever going to meet 10 or 12 or 15 recruiters in one day, in one night?
It's true.
Yep. Never. That's the power of this thing. Build a relationship with some of these people.
That's right. And I'll tell you what I like. Of course, I'm gonna do the squirrel thing. The time on this event is perfect because when we get through doing all that work, it's time to go to a restaurant and have dinner.
Absolutely.
And Craig and I have done that.
Yeah.
Craig and I have done that. So, guys, Joel Fry says mega recruiters. Those are the people that we endorse. Those are the people we have on the show, and those are the people that you guys need to be connecting with. I, of course, as the job father, it knows, as people are saying, everybody, I know where the best barbecue is, but I know loads of recruiters all over. Whatever it is that you do, I probably can direct you to some of the best recruiters. I've been doing this longer than I want to tell you guys. It's just part of my normal personality, this way God made me, to build relationships. That is what I do. So contact, guys, please, please, please link in with me. Find me and Dana on LinkedIn. Dana is exactly the same as me. She's a lot prettier than I am. She's a whole lot easier voice to listen to, and she's a whole lot smarter than I am. But it would not be it would not be a Job Father radio show if it wasn't for Dana. So thank you, Dana.
Stop it.
All right.
Thank you for the shout out earlier as well. I think the more the network can lock arms and help one another, the better off everybody's going to be. And people like Craig Bohal and Jason Hopper, and oh my gosh, Rex. How do you pronounce it? Sowit? Is that how you pronounce it? Sowit. Oh my gosh, just incredible individuals. Privileged to know them. I have not met a more quality group of people than I have through this professionally than I have through this network. And I encourage everybody to get involved, to volunteer, to lock arms, to actively be passionate to help other people. It makes a difference. And when you land, give back, help, be a part of what is changing people's lives.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
Oh yeah. So guys, let's jump over to Craig Bohal.
Yeah.
I think we're having some issues today, some technical issues that are behind the scenes. I can't describe them because I ain't behind the scenes. I'm in front of the screen.
You just know something broken back there. Squirrels have been chewing the wires.
And so let's go. Oh, Doug Coco says Craig is the best.
Oh,
he would be an amazing client success manager or product evangelist.
For sure, Craig is amazing.
Or corporate training and development leader. Adding Craig will be an instant improvement in anybody's company culture. I agree. And guys, as you guys saw on the show announcement, Craig is that guy. He's going to bring the business in. He's going to be the subject matter expert for what you just engaged with. He's going to train your people as well as to how to use those products. Maybe it's a service, whatever it is. But Craig, let's talk about Craig a little bit.
All right. Well, first I got to say that was the best $25 I ever gave Douglas Coco this morning. I'm telling you, man, that dude, he nailed it.
Doug's your. I put that on Matt, but that's your friend. And Matt, thank you so much for being with us. I know that you've got a meeting that you got to go to and all that stuff. So we want to take care of your time.
Thank you, Matt. It is a blessing to have you on. It really is.
Matt Harrington.
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome sauce. He is like
awesome sauce, Matt.
That's right.
That's the best $5 I ever paid Craig Bohal. Thank you.
Hey man, you're lucky that only costs you $5. It cost me $105.
Oh whoa, man.
Yep. Reach out to me on LinkedIn, everybody. Matthew Harrington on LinkedIn. But I look forward to it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Matt.
you, Matt. Thank you much.
And we should be hitting that middle half of the show any minute. We're about 5 after, folks. So just keep. We're gonna squirrel it out for the next couple minutes, and then we'll be back with Craig Bohal, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, actually, we're going to continue. I've got some info.
Oh, you did?
I think
okay.
I think we'll just continue, and we'll just go to Craig right now. People are listening. We got y'all's attention right now. Let's do it. Craig, tell us about what you're looking for, man. You're a job seeker now. Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us whatever it is about how your background can be applied in different companies. Now, Craig's background, guys, if you ask me, he is in industry agnostic. I learned that word just over this year. I like those words, industry agnostic. Craig, tell us a little bit about Craig.
All right. Well, gosh, it's kind of exciting. For the past 14 years, I've been Director of Client Success, National Corporate Trainer for a SaaS company, but also Director of Distributor Success for a
Ah.
manufacturer. And the director of distributor success or director of client success, in my opinion, is a lot like a concierge at a hotel. We've all gone to Vegas, and sometimes you just need something. You go down to the concierge and say, I need this, or I need a helicopter, or I need 2 tickets to the Elton John show. It really doesn't matter what you need. The concierge is just supposed to say, yes, sir, give me some time and I'll get that for you. And so that's
Yes, sir.
That's kind of
Hey,
like
team.
client success.
Team, I'm Craig. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Tiffany is ready to take us to break.
Oh, okay.
So I just heard from them. My apologies for going off camera. So we want to hear what you're saying, Craig, and we will be back in the second half.
Yeah, put it in rewind, dude.
And just a reminder for everyone, Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. To listen,
Joel Fry wants to know if you get Taylor Swift tickets.
to listen or watch, simply go to tuneinjoco.com to choose where and how. Joco Community Radio is available for free on the Android iOS device. Simply search for
How much does it cost, Dana?
Check out our lineup and more on the JocoCommunityRadio.com app. Talk to you after the break.
What does that cost? How much does it cost? Dana?
What?
Free.
How much does it cost?
It's free. It's free. It's free.
Free 99.
Free 99. That's right. All right. And Craig, again, sorry for cutting you off. Tiffany asked me to read the commercial, and then we're going to hop into a quick break. Okay, now I'm being told no break. I'm sorry.
That was the break. We did the break.
I'm sorry. I was told to break and then not break. This is crazy. But you know what? This is life, and we roll with it. So, Craig, the floor is yours again. Please pick up where you left off before I
rewind. Put it in rewind, dude.
All right,
like they said on that movie, Selena. Let me put it in the rewind.
Yes, let me.
So that's kind of, in my opinion, that's how I view a director of client success position is you really are there to give somebody whatever they need. There is no such thing as, well, that's not in my job description. Your job description is to do whatever it takes to help somebody be successful. So that's what I've done. A lot of what I've done in the past is helping account managers or account owners be successful. But really in any company, I look at it like this. There's people above you in positions above you, and they have their agenda and they have their definition of success. It might be increase revenue by 15% or increase customer base or whatever. Whatever they need to be successful, my job is to help them get that. Then there's people that I'm managing. They have different definition of success. Like an account manager might say, I'm just looking to make more money. I just need more commissions. Okay, well, I don't care if it's the CEO above me or the account manager that I'm managing. They both have their definition of success. My job is help them get it.
That's amazing.
So there's 3 things I was going to tell you about today that I think that I use in my job, but I think anybody can use in any job. So any job search person, I think, could do this. But for me, a customer success director, there's 3 things. Number 1 is going to sound a little weird because you think, well, that's not a corporate trait. That's more like a personal trait or something. But it's really not. So here's number 1. Love. Now, when I say love, most people think it's a romantic feeling or a feeling or something like that. We all know love's not a feeling at all. It's an action. So
that's right.
When you serve somebody or you're working with somebody, you have to love, quote unquote, action towards them. So you have to have lovable actions. So again, as a client success director, I find out whatever somebody needs, and then I love them by taking those actions that would help them be successful. If they make more money, or they have more clients, or they get their PowerPoint, or they get logistics, or they get their product delivered faster, those are all actions where you're actually loving people. So it sounds kind of weird in the corporate world to say we have to have more love, but in reality, it's more actions that are loving. That's what we need. That's why I think
very good word. Very good word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I used to teach when I was in the restaurant business managing restaurants. I used to teach my waiters and waitresses, you got to love these people. And they always looked at me like, yeah, you're a nut job.
Like, you're crazy.
But I said, really love's an action, and you're a waiter and a waitress. Hello, what you do is you take actions and you serve people. That's your job.
That's right.
So that's number 1 is love people. Now, number 2 is going to be crazy, but I need your input here, both of you guys.
Good.
Number
Good.
2 is verbiage. I teach the accounts that I typically manage, whether they're account managers or they could be end user clients, corporations who are using our software, our products, or need something, or distributors who are distributing it, whatever. If we talk about verbiage, okay? Now I'm going to do a test. I want both of you, Foster and Dana, to see if you pass this test. I think you're going to fail, but I'm going to see if you can pass it. All right. Are you ready for this test?
Yes.
Hey, bring it on, brother.
Don't think about an elephant.
I thought of a swan.
No. Did you do my directive correctly? Don't think about an elephant, or did you think about the elephant?
I
Well, I
actually was
first
looking at
thought
your
the
face. I
elephant.
wasn't thinking about an elephant. I was looking at your face. See, isn't that good that you don't look like an elephant man?
That's good.
Well, when you said don't think
Told
about
y'all
an
gonna
elephant, I
pass.
pictured what I'm not supposed to think of and then immediately went to a swan.
Right. So the first thing we realize is when you give somebody a directive, you can actually force them to think about the very opposite thing that your directive was.
So true.
Now, we're going to turn this into parenting, and then I'm going to go into a corporate world. Imagine, now that we know this, you
Okay.
both are super intelligent people, and you just failed my directive because I gave it to you in the wrong way because I didn't understand the brain and
I
how your
passed.
brain works. So now let's think about
Dana
a parent. Okay, you're both parent. Dana, you have children?
I have a dog named Wrigley, and he is officially my child as well as my
And don't
cat,
forget
Taylor.
our cat. Dana and I got a cat. I take credit for some of that cat.
All right, Foster, I know you have children. I have children. So think about this. If you're a parent and it's prom night and your child is going to go out on prom night with this date, and the last thing you say to your child before they walk out the door is, now, don't you dare think about having sex tonight.
That's already
That's going to be on their head the whole night.
You just gave them a directive that actually forced them to think about the very thing you did not want them to think about. So coaches, I hear coaches say this all the time, athletic coaches, they tell their players, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. Like, you don't understand the brain. You just force them to think about the very thing you tell them not to think about. Now let's take it into the corporate world. Verbiage is important. So I train all the people that I manage, and sometimes I try to train the people that are managing me to verbiage take things differently. So if somebody, a C-suite executive, for instance, comes in and says, hey, I know finances have been tough. We lost a couple of big sales, but I don't want you guys to worry about the company. You see how verbiage...
I mean, it's like, what? Okay, now I'm worried.
No, God, we're in corporate
Don't
America.
worry about your job security here. Well, there's ways that we can say things like, hey, I don't know that we're ever going to meet this goal. You know, there's all ways to say things, and we can just turn around the opposite and say, hey, instead of saying, I don't want you to worry about the company, or I don't want you to worry about your job, just turn it around, flip it around, say, I want you to be positive about your job. I want you to be optimistic about our company, because we can come out of this just like everybody else comes out of it. So verbiage is important. That's the number 2 thing. So 1, I teach people to love. You have to love. That's an action, not a feeling. 2, verbiage is important. How we say things actually affects how other people act.
Wow.
Okay.
Very true.
How I talk to my child about prom night affects how she will act on prom night.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about how people's brains work. So in a corporate world, we say things so that we can affect how people act and think about other people. Then the last thing, number 3, is I instruct people to serve. So again, in the restaurant industry, I try to get them to love. But what if they say, I don't love this person, I think they're a jerk. They treat me like crap, I'm going to treat them like crap. Okay? Then if I can't get somebody to love, I try to get them to at least verbalize or talk to that person in a respectful way, like, hey, I'm here to serve you, whatever you need, even though they're thinking, I think you're a jerk. But the third thing is, I teach people, let's just serve. Maybe you don't love them, maybe you don't like them, maybe you hate them, maybe you don't want to have nice verbiage to them, but your job is still to serve them.
That's right.
And
that
you
comes
can
number
always
1.
serve somebody, even if I don't like them. It's a choice.
This network has been built because people like Dana and I serve. That's what we do. Guys, we care enough to serve. Absolutely. I was at Dallas PMI last night, and there was a psychological lady that was our keynote speaker, and she was going through stories similar to what you talked about, what you just laid on us there. It was absolutely awesome. And at the end, she asked each question, each table had a question is, what is number one in your servanthood? And and I said, you just said it, lady, servant. If you serve people, we live in a world where everybody's trying to get in our back pocket, right? And we live in a world where Craig, we can't hire you because you don't have enough experience with this and you don't have this certification and that. Oh, but by the way, we got a way that you can get that certification. This is only $5,000. That is the world that we live in. Guys, here is me and Dana's secret sauce. Everybody was born into this world with gifts. If we take the time to build a relationship with those people, we learn about what they're good at, what just comes out of them. Guys, lift that thing up. You will build a relationship that you will be able to move forward with. And I'm not trying to rub butter on your back. I'm just telling you the truth. Listen, this is what I see. Craig and I got together. You guys are experiencing Craig right now. Craig's the coolest guy in the world. I get together. He has a cat in a hat. It's big old tall. And you know what? I automatically branded him with that hat. And for the first couple of years of our
see it.
oh my God. And for the first couple of years of our relationship, every time I saw, where's that hat? And Craig be, oh Lord, here comes Foster and that daggum hat talk. But we made fun and we built a relationship. Now, guys, I call Craig Bohal brother.
I love
Craig is one of my brothers. So I think you ought to hire Craig. Absolutely. The last opportunity that Craig got was really, really unique. It came through networking, guys. And if you get out, we've got a plethora across the United States, especially here in Dallas. We got a plethora of organizations like South Lake Focus Group, Frisco Connect. It goes on and on and on. I would like definitely for you guys to go and check out careerdfw.org and careerusa.org. You will find a number of these organizations that are built the way that we operate. Here, Dana and I, we network the network, and that's what makes our overall network the size that it is. I don't think anybody can touch us, honestly. And if you can, good. We want to network with you guys. But that is how it's done. We have family in other places in the United States. I think Craig's daughter used to live in Phoenix, didn't she, Craig?
Yep. I used to live in Phoenix for 20 years.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm. If you're in Phoenix, hey, we got people for you to talk to in Phoenix. Jessica, hey, we got people for you to talk to in Phoenix. We got people in New York. Leora, hey, we got people in South Carolina. Hey, Rex. I mean, it goes on and on, guys. So, you know what? The Jobfather says you have time to build relationships, and you should do that. Not because you're trying to get a job, because you're trying to build a relationship.
Yeah,
you care.
it should be ongoing.
Everybody got something cool they got to share. They can share, and everybody got something cool. Deborah Shannon, thank you for the cookies. Deborah is from Alaska, and now she lives elsewhere. I think in Atlanta. She's visiting Atlanta. Deborah, thank you for the cookies. Hey guys, we're just people. This is how this works, and these are the intangibles that I'm talking about that go beyond the mechanical job search. Oh, I applied for this and I hadn't heard, and I got this automatic rejection notice back. A lot of people that get those automatic rejects back, guys, do, and they network and they find out from the inside the job is still open, and they want to talk to that person. Wait a minute, I got an automated rejection from your company. Well, that wasn't the truth. We've got 2 hires this week because of exactly what I'm talking about right now. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Let's keep going with Craig. Craig, you got something else you want to share with us?
Yeah, I think Douglas Coco just had like the line of the whole hour here. He said, don't think about a buttered elephant.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, that'd take all the butter I got in my house to butter an elephant. God.
Oh my word. That's awesome. Yeah. Buttered elephant. That would be one awesome. Moisturized elephant.
So another thing I was going to share, Foster, is client success is usually, I'm going to I take things a lot back to restaurant because I was in restaurant management for so long. But
Mhm.
you know, when I used to teach my employees, even the cooks, dishwashers, everybody, right? Everybody's a part of the team to take care of these guests. But I used to teach them when someone comes in and let's say they weren't very happy or they said, you know, my waitress was terrible or whatever. It doesn't matter. No, let's just say they're not happy. A lot of the initial reaction for all of us humans is to say, well, that person's a blankety blank. Well, what a jerk. I hope they never come back. And so what I try to teach my staff was, you know, that person, when they walk in, next time they walk in, I want you to look at their head, their forehead, and see like $10,000 written over their forehead, because that's the kind of money that they could bring us over the next several years, because they bring their friends and then their friends come back and they keep coming back. I said, what we need to do is retain clients. And if we have a bad experience, so what? I had a bad experience with my mother. I didn't, you know, stop seeing her for the rest of my life. I just forgave her and worked through it and get going. So all of our customers, all of our clients, all of our distributors, everybody, we think of them in the long term, not the immediate.
Mm-hmm. I want to shout out to Doug Coco. He's with us, guys. Doug works for a company called, if I'm not getting it right, Doug, correct me, but GTS Technical Services. Guys, check them out. Google, you don't know, we can go anywhere on Google. Oh my God, we can go to New Zealand on Google. Check out GTS Technical Services. We got a contact over there, Doug Coco. So check them out. Guys, if you see something that is of interest that you're a good fit for, hey, call Foster and say, hey, Foster, let's talk about GTS Technical Solutions or Technology Solution. GTS Technology Solution. Check them out, y'all. Cool. I think Craig and Doug kind of know each other a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. So bring that screen. If Mez, your producer, can bring that Meet the Recruiter event up again, let's just poke that and we'll talk 1-2 things about it. I think it's interesting.
Oh, love it. Let's do it. Yeah.
If you're a job seeker or know a job seeker, then do the kind thing and serve by sending this to somebody else and let them know this is the only place. There's no other place in DFW where you can meet a dozen or 15 recruiters all within 90 minutes. Nobody else does this anyway. And it would take you 3 weeks or 5 weeks to meet all these people and build a relationship with them. So this is a super event. It's from 4 to 5:30. Do not be late. I'm telling you, as a job seeker, the worst thing you could ever do is be late the first time you're meeting 15 recruiters and have them that's your first impression of you. So be on time, show up a little early. Each one of these recruiters is tasked to bring 20 open jobs that they're trying to fill. They have 20 open jobs. You're going to go walk in that room and meet 200 jobs. I'm pretty sure one of them might fit you. So it's a cool thing. Also, every company that's going to be here is bringing a $25 gift card. So at the end of the night, you're not only getting relationships, you're going to win probably $25 gift card too. It's pretty cool.
You can go to the dinner I was talking about.
Now, here's some of the companies that are going to be there. Thomas Edwards Group. They're a top shelf recruiting company. Matrix Resources, where Matt Harrington works. He was just here. Phenomenal. If you're anywhere in IT, come meet Matrix. Robert Half, I think, has a division for every single industry in the world. Whatever if you're like a dog walker or a chef, they probably have somebody for it. R2 Technologies, Rick Martinez over there. Odyssey. And then there's 2 companies, Next Step Recruiting and Right Staff Recruiting. They're both focused in HR, accounting, and finance. So there's a wide variety of people here. And then high profile recruiting. So a number of companies are going to be there.
I see Shelly Emerson is going to be with us. Shelly has been a recruiter for a long time. We have kind of a little private family of recruiters, of which Shelly is one of. And Shelly is at Right Staff. And I think she's with Ruthie there. And she is, anyway, guys.
No, Ruthie is with Next Step.
Next Step. That's right. So guys, come and meet Shelly as well with Right Staff. These recruiters are exemplary, guys. I've known most of them for quite some time. And you know what? If you call me on the phone and ask me, okay, Foster, tell me something about this Rick Martinez guy. Well, Rick has been recruiting as long as me. Y'all don't tell him I said that. I didn't give you the number, but Andy Cook, guess what? the beginning of the Jobfather series, Andy Cook was my co-host. And now we got Dana. We're moving up in the world. Oh my goodness. I love it, guys. It's all about relationships.
Foster, Jason Hopper wanted to know where the registration link is so he could register. So just let you know, everybody, the registration link and page is coming out within the next few hours. It's just being finished now, a couple of tweaks to it. So if you are connected with Foster or Dana or Matt, Harrington, or any one of these recruiting companies, everybody's going to be promoting it, and you'll see it on LinkedIn, and you'll see this same image, and you'll have a registration link, and it's free.
It is free, guys. Free to get in. You might walk out with $25 and a job. How about that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So stay connected. Stay connected, and you will see it.
I've seen it happen. We are gathering metrics, guys. In the upcoming shows, upcoming events, we're going to be sharing metrics of people that have landed jobs from this very event. The very thing that me and Craig are talking about is happening, and we want you guys to meet and have an opportunity to connect with the people that found, God had their next opportunity right here at this event. It's really cool.
It's awesome.
I think the biggest thing that we can do in our job search is just getting out and using our 2 ears. We got 2 ears and 1 mouth, guys. You hear that? 2 ears and 1 mouth. I don't think I need to elaborate on where I'm going with that.
No.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying thank you, Tiffany and Mez.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tiffany and Mez. And Craig, any final words or reminders as we are wrapping up the show? I know this event is going to be amazing. The hard work and the time you put into serving the job seeking community is so commendable and appreciated, Craig. I've been to these events. They are top notch. So we're excited. Like you said, get in there fast, folks, and register because it won't stay open long. We maxed out the number of people last time that we could manage. But any last words, Craig?
No, I think Mez put in a message here just a minute ago. It says, how can we help you, Craig? And so I'd say the best way to help me is just if you know of a company with a great culture who's looking for somebody to really take care of people, love them, have the right positive verbiage to change people's thoughts and perceptions, and then how to serve people, whether it's account managers, end users, whatever, internal users. If you know of a company like that needs someone, let me know.
I want to say one thing before we go away about this event right here in front of us right now. We are every other month, guys. So if you miss this event, job seekers, you're going to have to wait 2 months to get to the next one. We need that time to build up. We are adding recruiters. There are different jobs that are being done. This is like any other event, any other organization. It is morphing into, and we're adding things to add more value all along the process. As we get older, we do more. We bring in more folks. We got cooler stuff that we see.
Thank you, guys. You guys are wonderful. Thank you.
This has really been fun today. I hope you guys got a lot out of you recruiters and companies that I invited to the show today. Thank you for showing up. If you have any ideas or anything, all of you guys are connected with me on LinkedIn. That's why I invited you to start with. Reach out, ask me questions. That's what I'm here for. I can connect you all over this planet. We think of USA, but you know what, guys? We're in France, we're in Germany, we're in Australia. It just goes on. It goes on and on and on.
Foster, I might mention, I do know of one additional opportunity. A person in my network is a VP for an organization called Trinet Pharma, and she is looking specifically for executive business development professional that has experience with business development in the pharma, biotech, or med device, or even healthcare space. Okay. So if you happen to be on the lookout for an executive business development role and with verifiable experience in pharma, biotech, healthcare or med device space, please feel free to reach out to me at dana.gingerich@gmail.com. That's DANA.gingerich at gmail.com. I wanted to throw that out there.
And I can throw something in there. Those type of positions are very lucrative, guys. There you can make a lot of money doing that kind of stuff. You'd be surprised.
Absolutely, you can.
That's another thing we like to do here on this show. We are told about job opportunities all the time, and we like to tell you guys what those are. Don't forget about Munster Milling. I like that name. Munster Milling up in Denton. Guys, needs a person to come in and do materials planning, materials managing, materials scheduling. So call me, guys, 214-728-6930, and that will be what we'll talk about if you are one of those people. Kirk, I'm thinking about you, buddy. If you're listening, we're already on top of this thing, and let's make sure that you meet and talk to Malcolm, who is the CHRO of that company.
It's awesome. Yes.
Munster Milling. All right, guys, we're a little bit over time. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
This show is so good. We may have to vie for another 30 minutes or another hour of this show. Oh my God. This show is awesome, especially when we got my brother Craig down there with us.
Absolutely. Great show.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys both for so much for what you do.
All right.
Thank you as well, Craig. We're excited, and I'm excited to see you at the next Meet the Recruiter event.
We will see you at Meet the Recruiter. Absolutely.
See you the 25th.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
See you next week.